So my bicycle is needing a good number of improvements, and the biggest one is the battery. So the battery has some issues with it, just because I didn't design it to be a primary battery. I meant it for it to be like an addition to another battery I already have, so the cables aren't as thick and it doesn't have its own BMS. But that shouldn't be too hard to fix. We'll just take it apart and remove the balance leads and give it a BMS, and then we will give it thicker power cables, and it should be a pretty good battery then. So I might not even replace the wire. I might just cut this off and solder this on, or just cut this off and solder that on. That'd make more sense, not have all this extra stuff in between. It's been a while since I made this, like almost 2 years now. Looks like structurally it's still holding up fine, so that's pretty cool. And all the balance leads are on this side. You know, I wonder if these might be so thin I can just probably break them. Oh, look at that. Saves a lot of time. So I think some of the issue is that I have too much length on here. I think these are like 3 feet long. Because remember, this was not supposed to be like the primary battery. This is supposed to be, or the main battery. This is supposed to be an addition to another battery for my cargo tricycle. Well, I no longer have my cargo tricycle. So I'm thinking, let's have that there. Have this go back. So I'll have 2 positive cables and I'll twist them together. So they'll basically be twice as much metal for the same amount of power. So they shouldn't be too resistive. So now I can cut this and oof, don't know if I want to do this, but too late now. Just remembered I got some heat shrink. Let's see some of that. Put it there, then I can take this down to make it more secure. And now comes time to do one more thing that I feel is very, very wrong. Oh no. That's so wrong. Let's see if doing this can work. So I'm going to have this on there. This is just to make sure I have all the wires laid out right. So now this is clamped onto here, and what I can do is I can go, this is the second wire, and now I know I want to go into here, so I can cut this to this length. I can stick that onto here, give it a dab of flux, then solder, and repeat. So now I'm going through all the pins of this charge connector, this balanced charge connector, and looks like everything's connected up fine. I'm getting to see every 3.77 volt pack. Oh, and if I go from one end to the other, there should be like, I don't know, 49 volts or so. 48.8. Close enough. So now that's all hooked up fine. Now it's just a matter of connecting the wires for the charger to connect to. So you can see there's C minus, P minus, and B minus. That's charge minus, power minus and battery minus. So this is going to, actually this is coming from the charging port, so I might add a bit more solder. And we can have the wire that'll be going to the negative of the battery going through the B minus. So then I'll just have this going up here. Okay, so let's just make sure we have all this right. Positive charge going to positive, negative charge going to charge negative, battery minus going to battery minus. So I'm just going to jam the multimeter leads into here. And then I'll take this charger, which is showing green, meaning that has no load on it. No big sparks, and it turns red, so it means that it's charging. And the voltage should go up. Perfect. Now just a matter of cleaning this up and organizing all the wires, and then wrapping it up. I'm pretty happy with that. Well, I just realized it's probably a really bad idea to have white tape on a battery. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Already getting dirty. I just now realized that. Oh, well. So we have the charge, and we have the output. With the BMS just right here, so in case I need to fiddle with it, I can just take off that tape. I am pretty happy with that. Power is plugged in. So what I can do is actually feed the connectors for the charger through here. Well, at least hopefully I can. Like that. I can have them go over like so. Might even just be able to have this charger stuck in this area right here. But then plug in the charging cables. This one actually looks like it's about perfect. I can close the box. Try to stuff the padding back in. So I have this charger right here. Now it's charging. It's awesome. Now I'm not going to leave this charging overnight because this battery bank, this solar battery bank, I just put it together a couple days ago, so it's needing a few more days of charging, and it's basically the cell's been sitting out for a long time and they need some time just to kind of figure themselves out. Like right now it's even dropping below 12 volts. Plus, I just connected that one up and that was really undercharged, so all the power rushed into there. But once I get this solar panel thing figured out, I can have a solar charged e-bike along with charging in any place I stop that has a power plug. It's going to be so cool. And I also have the stuff to add an extendable power cord. So the power cord will automatically wind up on a spring-loaded thing. So that's going to be pretty sweet. But this motor kit came with a smaller charger that's at the same rated capacity, 2.5 amps at 59 volts. So I might see about gutting this and trying to make it passively cooled and then maybe hide it inside this box. That could be pretty cool. So I'm pretty happy with how this is turning out. I think this electric bicycle is coming to the point where it's finally usable. I'm only about halfway through the ideas I have for it, so I hope to have twice as many videos done in this series. But I'm really happy with it how it is. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is add the headlights, or maybe something else, I'm not really sure. I can probably take my time a little bit more now because I can actually ride it around. I'm not in much of a rush to actually get it usable. I'm so happy with this. And it's going to be really sweet that I happened to get the Solar Sunday started while I was doing this, so now I can charge it off solar. So freaking amazing. well, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. See ya.